Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and this week we're going extreme. Well, kind of. It's WWE ECW, the worst pay-per-view of all time. But yes, December to Dismember 2006. But before we get into that, joining me is the world famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing? Apparently we're back in the Thunderdome.
I mean, that was horrendous. It actually made me jump a little bit because I was expecting that. I was fine until then. Now I feel a little bit nervous about things. You never know what's going to happen, do you? Yeah, right. I'm all right. I don't know what that big dumb idiot over there is doing.
Just the fans.
Joining me live from the Thunderdome is Lou Markham. How are we doing, Lou?
I'm very good, thank you. Where's my Pikachu now? Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Good. Just wait for the crowd to settle down.
Yeah, no, we will do. Just settle down, guys.
God's sake.
Yeah.
Either way.
Oh God! For those, but obviously you lot can't see his face, but he's so pleased with himself.
He loves it.
But it's just the adulation of the fans, isn't it? I spent all day putting up a Christmas tree, which is fucking tedious, is it not?
No. Do you not have like a minimalist Christmas tree anyhow? Normally,
it's just baubles. But that's more work, really.
2 baubles. Though.
No, because these cheese are just put tinsel on. That's one action. Peters is looking shifty now because that's what he's doing.
I ain't got tinsel on.
Peters
just got lights.
Have a tree.
You what, sorry?
You're lucky that you've got a tree this year.
Hey, I put an air freshener up and it was not well received in the Peters household.
Did you think it would be?
Well, yeah, I thought it was quite amusing. It made the living room smell forest fresh for a few days. Now the smell's gone out of it, so I've essentially just got a dry air freshener hanging around in my living room.
So when you said you were putting lights on a tree last night?
No, we've actually bought a mini tree as well.
I think good.
How big's mini? What are we talking? 3 foot?
No, not even that. About a foot. it was £8.
Of course it was. And I bet you was living at paying that as well, wouldn't you?
Well, we almost picked up one that was 20 quid, so I was more glad that the woman behind the counter told us that. So yeah.
Imagine.
Saved myself 12 quid, didn't I?
Oh God! How much would it cost if you was to replace the air freshener every day? You know, so it's always fresh.
Oh, the air freshener was about £2, so more expensive.
Yeah. Well, if it lasts 3 days, though,
Well, it's probably still got smell in it, but obviously you're meant to leave it in the packet, aren't you, and just drop it down a little bit every day, so which no one does.
You're meant to leave. Why are you meant to leave air fresheners in the packet?
Yeah, because all the smell goes at once, and you just take it down each time.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what people do, or is that what you do?
I don't do that at all. I don't do that at all. I know that's how you meant
the air freshener. Is that not a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
There you go. There's one for you to look at this week.
Join us next week on
air freshening around.
So Peters, money saving expert, Mr. Peters. I'll tell you where to buy your jeans.
eBay with a used tissue in the pocket. Really, when you think about it, you get 2 for 1 because you can wipe your nose for free.
Oh, you didn't, you? You probably
did. I bet you did.
With that crusty
actually, with a crusty tissue.
Oh God.
What's that? What's that sound? Can you hear that sound, man? It's the beer bongos. It's the beer bongos. Oh my God.
What's going on today? What's going on here?
Well, I'm just trying to make it more fun and interactive for everyone.
What beer is it then? Come on, if you're making a big deal out of it.
It's Brewdog Elvis juice.
Good beer.
So I'll have one because I'm at work tomorrow.
Is it like rocket fuel?
6%, is it? 6.2?
6.5.
6.5.
But it's grapefruit infused, so it's all good.
It's delicious.
So you've got to enjoy your last Sunday in your 20s, haven't you? In your 20s. With Elvis juice.
Might as well go do it.
Gonna make you feel old because you are old.
Yeah, I'll be drinking. I'll be drinking a pint of mild this time next week. So.
You'll be getting one of them glasses, like the little tankers, but they've got like the loads of little glass circles on them.
What we're saying here is today we are going extreme, and today's the last time that Lou drinks an extreme beer.
Yeah, because he's old now. He's officially old. So first things first. Let's get this out of the way. Do we all have advent calendars? This is obviously the first December episode.
I've got a homemade one because.
Of course you have.
No. Genuinely, right? We went on the 1st of December. Merry Christmas to our listeners, by the way. We went on the 1st of December to the shop, and they'd sold out. Well, I know that now, but who sells out of them? So
every year it happens.
My better half made me an advent calendar.
Did you make her one?
Nope. I bought her instead. Before the advent calendar was made, I bought 2 big selection boxes of lint, one for each of us. Now we've got a little. I've now got a little advent calendar as well.
What sort of prizes are we winning? And what are you getting for opening the door?
You get a little mini Santa, and white chocolate coins, and bigger white chocolate coins, and then something really big behind day number 24.
You just had this.
Traditional, good. I like that.
Yeah. But the box she brought the box home from work with us, like, what's going on here with this? And she's like, I'm just going to wrap something in it. So on Thursday night, I got asked to go upstairs because wrapping was going to be done. Came downstairs and there was a homemade advent calendar for me. Yes.
How was she when she spent all that time making you a homemade advent calendar and you just sauntered out with nothing in your hands?
I've got a box of lint for us both.
No, I've got a box each. I'm not sharing lint.
Oh, right. Why would you share at Christmas?
I told no. She knew that I got that on the day before, the morning of advent calendar making. Hey, I gave it to charity today. We bought a present and gave it to 2 presents. We bought 1 boy, 1 girl, and gave to a local children's charity.
You bought a boy and a girl?
Not a boy and a girl. A boy and a girl present.
You should need to do a bit more than give money to charity if you're doing that, Peters.
And then we put them in the local Christmas children's charity box, so every child has a present to open this year.
Do you want to give a shout out to the charity?
It's Cash for Kids.
Cash for Kids.
Cash for Kids. There you go.
I imagine you as the hand was just slowly ungripping the coins to put them in.
It was my idea. It was my idea.
Who's changed?
So we got. What did we buy?
You've been visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, future, and present, have you?
Yeah.
Peter's Christmas Carol. That's it. That's the one.
Peter's Christmas Carol. That is the Christmas special next week. Me just acting out a Christmas Carol.
I'm down for that.
That would be that. You said it as a joke, but that's happening now.
I mean, I'm watching it tonight, so I'm going to have to make notes now, aren't I?
The Muppets version.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, I bought that before December, so I got it for cheaper. I'm genuinely next year.
I thought you had. Do you know Disney Plus?
Is it on there?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's living now. He was buzzing with that.
Right, send it back. Get me through Christmas.
Now he's living. Get a refund.
Yeah, but Muppets in Space is not on there, disappointingly.
That's at least.
So we don't get ridiculous.
Here is another money-saving tip from everyone. I'm planning to buy my Christmas decorations in the height of August next year because they'll be cheaper than when they are at December. Supply and demand.
I know a person who bought a Christmas tree on. I was having a Boxing Day the 27th for a quarter of the price.
Yeah, we bought the Christmas tree. We bought a Christmas tree last year for like £10.
But if you're buying it now, when people are getting ready to go obviously have new ones next year.
Yeah, you can only do it with an artificial tree though.
Yeah, obviously.
You would a real tree for a tenner in January.
I did see someone actually keep
a firewood.
No, I saw someone keep a whole Christmas tree up, a real one, for an entire year, and it was dead by about February, and it stayed up because they lost the bet.
Was it you?
It wasn't me.
You'd just get to it, video, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Paid for it, stayed up all year.
Spray the leaves green again so it looks real.
I did that as a student in Sheffield. We bought a real Christmas tree for a laugh, and then we all went home for Christmas, forgot about it, and it died. Sorry, I got back.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that died, ECW.
Have you got an advent calendar this year?
I sure do. It's a Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Nice.
Which is nice, and that's the issue.
What,
I don't get I don't get the taste of shitty advent calendar chocolate.
We all know.
Last year I had a Toy Story one, and it was just by some random manufacturer I never heard of.
We all know that the little Lord Jesus loved a chocolate on a morning, didn't he, on the countdown to his birthday every year.
But yeah, there's a bit of. I saw a news article about the specific advent calendar I've got that it said "give hugs at Christmas" behind one of the doors, breaking all sort of coronavirus protocols.
Oh yeah.
Does it not guys? Don't listen to that advice.
Yeah, it's in the Manchester Evening News. If you're interested.
And have you got an advent calendar this year, then, Ross?
I do. I have a Brewdog advent calendar.
Does that mean you get beer every day?
Yeah, 24 cans of beer.
Do you drink a beer at 8 a.m. with your breakfast?
No.
Disappointed.
That's
not the true spirit of an advent calendar. Reassess your life.
If I did that, Peters, I'd get sacked as soon as I rolled into work. So it's probably not worth doing.
Worth it.
But last night I did. have the double strength Punk IPA, which was like 8.5% or something.
How was that?
It was alright. You know what I mean? It was weirdly, it was the biggest can I've had so far.
Ah,
Did you get like a full pint at Christmas on Christmas Eve? Then?
I don't know what you get.
Keg.
I assumed it was all
A full keg.
Okay.
It'll do well to keep it in there. I assumed there was all 330s, but this one last night was a 440. So
Ah,
there you go.
sorry, isn't it?
I'm yet to open to this, but I did have a cream soda beer, which I can't work out if it was the nicest thing I've ever tasted or one of the most disgusting.
That means it was nice.
I was going to say where's it from, but it's Brewdog in it because it's Brewdog. Yeah.
But recommend. I mean, obviously not now. You've missed 5 days or 6 days or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, you can catch up, can't you, in another session?
yeah, there you go.
I did strongly consider a cheese advent calendar, but then I didn't have room in the fridge.
Yeah.
That's the issue, isn't it? How many is if you're a fan of cheese, I guess, go get it.
24 bits of cheese, yeah.
Do you get a full wheel? Or do you get like a
he's got
camembert
like
on 24?
a full little snacking cheese every time, I think.
What about Christmas Eve?
Yeah,
Full
you
block.
might get something. You might get a really speciality one like Mexicana.
Full block of cheese.
A full block of cheese. There we go. Guys, if you haven't realised what I'm doing now is I'm stalling from getting to December to Dismember. Because it was genuinely the worst thing I've ever seen.
Got to pack out time.
I think this is the worst thing we've watched this year.
It is. I mean, to be fair, I know it's my role anyhow in the podcast, but for the Elimination Chamber match, I was that bored throughout the rest of the pay-per-view. I've done quite a lot of research for it, and I've done 6 pages of notes, and a page and a half is just on how we got to the Elimination Chamber match.
Excellent.
This is the only WWECW pay-per-view. They did schedule one for the year after, but obviously this one went down like a lead balloon. So they never did it again. They went to tri-branded pay-per-views after this.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, because this was only a week after Survivor Series, was it not?
Yes.
The thing about this is as well, didn't they only announce 2 matches before the actual pay-per-view as well? And ended up with 7 main event matches?
There's a lot of...
main event cards.
There's a lot of things about the booking which is just absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, the fact they pitched this as an idea
yeah.
for a start.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think, before we get into it, if this show didn't have ECW in the title, I don't think people would have been as upset.
I agree.
No, I do. It's fucking terrible.
No, but I think because...
If you didn't have ECW in the title, what's your excuse for having Bob Holly in the main event?
No, I personally think that this was done to just piss on ECW one last time. I really do.
Do you think it's like an inside job then? Do you think it's...
Yeah.
But my man's always been a fan of ECW, though, because he was paying him.
I think it was to... I think it was to kill off the original ECW and say, like, look, this is the new ECW.
Yeah.
And
that theme runs throughout.
But I wouldn't say it was there to kill the brand. I think it was just to be a very obvious change of the guard, which didn't really...
That's more what I mean by piss on the ECW, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ECW in itself, the concept of it was good because it's now exists again with NXT.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If it wasn't called ECW, I don't think people would have got so upset.
No, you would, Ross. Because, right, like, let's look at the card, right? I'm not writing all the matches down because nothing happened, right? But Hardys versus Eminem, right? That's all right. But again, none of them are actually on this brand.
Yeah.
So that's your guest match. So say this is NXT Takeover Augusta, right? You've got the Hardys versus Eminem first. That's good, right? Then you've got fucking Matt Striker versus Balls Mahoney.
Yeah, but if it wasn't ECW, Balls Mahoney would never have been on it.
He's fucking bollocks. Why was Matt Striker there? He was shit. Then you've got
a tag match
including
else.
some people, including half of Heavy Machinery teaming with Elijah Burke against. Not
you mean Sylvester Takai, Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke.
Yeah, and then became Takai. That's where it came from. And then apparently on my notes we moved to the main event, but I'm pretty sure the Great Khali came out at some point.
Yeah.
So it just none of the matches were good. So I think it would have been a bad pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, but I just think people would have been as upset.
It was made worse for ECW being on there. But it would have been a pay-per-view otherwise, would it? If it wasn't ECW pay-per-view, it's been Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Shall we get into it? Just get it out of the way and I'll get into it.
Yeah, let's just end the episode and move on to next week. What are we doing next week? And we can do
special. Oh no, Armageddon 2000.
Armageddon 2000.
Let's just go to Peter's Christmas Carol.
I was going to say it was the night before Christmas, but that's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing.
All right, let's just do it. This is ECW to December to Dismember 2006. It took place on December the 3rd, 2006, at the James Brown Arena in Augusta, Georgia. 4,800 people there.
Poor bastards.
I was trying to work out if that was like half capacity, but I couldn't find anything.
I believe it's a slightly smaller arena. It
Yeah.
only holds.
No,
it also holds 9,000. But
yeah, but it did sit for like
4,800.
I think it said for like basketball, which I'm assuming is a similar setup. It was like 6,000 something.
6,000 for hockey, 7,000 for basketball.
So I couldn't work out.
It looked like it had one tier, didn't it? And to be fair,
Yeah.
look at the tenants. Everybody who played there was in smaller leagues. There was no league.
But it's I think it was the worst buy rate of all time, 90,000 pay-per-view buys.
I mean, doing it at the week after Survivor Series won't help that if they're trying to charge people again. Because we got it free in the UK, didn't we?
Well, yeah, I remember watching it.
Aren't we lucky?
Yeah, I'd rather had to pay for it and never watch this, to be fair.
The show was apparently so bad, Heyman was pulled from writing duties. But I believe that was because of an argument, because he didn't like the finish.
Well, it was all to do with CM Punk, wasn't it?
Tommy Dreamer and Stevie Richards both asked for the release immediately after the pay-per-view.
Stevie Richards was there.
He was on
Stevie Richards in the dark match.
The dark match.
Yeah.
Against Rene. He won against Rene Dupree.
That's good. Tommy Dreamer cares about ECW a bit too much, you know. No, should I have said that? Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, he was pretty much running the show, wasn't he?
I don't mind Tommy Dreamer.
It was both denied anyhow. So that's kind of gives you a little glimpse into how bad this show was. Two wrestlers actually said, "No, that's it. I've had enough. I'm going.
I'm done."
But the fans were eating a Nacho Mamas in the pizza joint.
Oh, nice.
So that's good.
I mean, at least they had one positive.
I believe also the year after this, when James Brown died, they have this funeral at this arena.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from Augusta, Georgia? Then I'm guessing.
I assume he's from Georgia, yeah.
He certainly wasn't feeling good.
2 funerals in a couple of months.
Peters. Did you say that?
Yeah, he did say it. I'm keeping it in, so continue.
Yeah,
You just keep talking, like you didn't know what the time gave me, so you can't cut it out as easily. So just keep talking what we want.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to find. He began his career in Georgia. He was born in South Carolina, but he began his career as a gospel singer in Toccoa, Georgia. So maybe that's where he's come from.
Yeah, and also shout out to Ashburn, Georgia, nearby.
Yeah, good lads.
Bad Street, Ashburn, Georgia.
That would have been great if it was just that. I'd have watched that for 2.5 hours of
Michael Pierce is.
Michael Pierce is
Well,
Bad Street, yeah.
It's 2.5 hours. It's going to be a cut down version of his Hall of Fame speech.
And most ridiculously, that's not the longest thing we've ever seen at Hall of Fame in Hillbilly Jim. Still speaking now, some people say. So the actual pay-per-view itself then, there was a pretty decent opening video package, sort of just highlighting the first ever Extreme Elimination Chamber match. We get Joey Styles and Taz on commentary duty, and then rightly so, Eminem versus the Hardy Boys. This is the first opening match. None of these are actually on ECW, but Joe Makery was a ECW original. He was there 2000 to 2001.
Did not know that.
Yeah, and we get Horny Taz in this as well, don't we?
I wrote that. I put Taz is encroaching on Lawler territory, but he just got past all the way through.
He was definitely nursing one under that table.
Vegas is on fire today. What's going on with him? He's just buzzing. He saved himself 8 quid, 12 quid on the Christmas tree, and now he's very excited.
Every week with this guy, bonus.
So for those of people who don't know, I imagine you all do. Eminem is Joey Makery, Johnny Nitro, and Melina. I think Joey Makery wasn't really doing anything. Neither was Matt Hardy, I don't think. Jeff Hardy was the Intercontinental Champion on Raw. Mm-hmm. John Morrison was on... not John Morrison. Johnny Nitro was on Raw. And this has made me laugh. Taz said, only in ECW would you see this. And I'm thinking, well, you wouldn't, would you? Because none of these are on ECW.
Yeah, and also, it was just some random spotlight that Sabu was doing every week.
I think Jeff Hardy jumped off the top.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd. Just get on the crowd. There was less than 5,000 of them there. They didn't seem asked all the way through. Apart from one guy who we'll get to it later on, repeatedly shouted TNA.
Yeah. Weird place to have an ECW pay-per-view, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't complete think opposite.
that many if you had a WCW pay-per-view, yeah, fair enough. But ECW? Unless that was on purpose, because so in the context of this, they had tried to have a few ECW shows at the ECW venues, hadn't they? And it had Big Show versus Batista at Hammerstein Ballroom, which got absolutely shat on. And then I believe they had Big Show versus... No, is it Rob Van Dam versus Big Show in Philadelphia? And that's where Big Show won the title, actually, in the ECW arena.
I think so.
Yeah. Again, when that was meant to be Edge, but Rob Van Dam got busted for the weed, I believe. So
Weed!
Yeah, but I think... So maybe that's why they did it on purpose.
Maybe they didn't do it...
We'll just get the hell out of here.
Because of the way the main event was booked, they didn't want people to shit on it.
Yeah. And also, you couldn't fit the Elimination Chamber in the ECW arena. It's the same size.
Yeah, that's true.
So what do we think of this match then, Peters?
Yeah, it's the best match on the card, isn't it?
That bear was disgusting.
I know. I mean, to me, it's an okay match. On another show, you're thinking, yeah, it's all right, but the fact that this is the best match on the card, and it goes 22 minutes, is ridiculous.
I think this match goes longer than all the next matches together.
7:14.
Or maybe
21, just a bit shorter.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, just a little bit shorter, but it's particularly average in it. Although there is a spot I did like, which was like the wheelbarrow suplex thing, where the Hardys pick one of M or M up. No, M or N up. And then there we go, got that in the end. And do a spin suplex thing. I thought it was quite cool. There are a few high risk spots as well, which you don't really intend to see in ECW either, do you?
I think it was...
Also, what a bump by Melina.
Yeah.
I mean... I
couldn't work out if that was meant to be on purpose, because it was like a heel giveaway, isn't it?
It was a weird spot to have in if it wasn't on purpose. I mean, if it was on purpose, sorry.
Yeah, I think it was on purpose.
Weird spot to have there, wasn't it?
I just think the way she fell wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
I think she's supposed to land on her feet and then fall. But to me, it looked like one of her heels giveaway because she was wearing, I don't know, about 5-inch heels.
Yeah.
It didn't look good.
But also, the spot didn't matter.
Well, no, it didn't. It didn't at all.
It was just strange to be there, that spot.
Also, someone says in this, Michael Cole isn't a fan of women.
Yeah, it's Taz.
Yeah, brilliant.
it's Taz during one of his heavy monologues about Melina. They were much used to enjoy seeing her on SmackDown. And then said, Michael Cole isn't a fan of women. Allegedly. Taz. Michael Cole.
Rumour and innuendo.
I think it's alright.
Classy.
So we're going for the finish. But Melina gets drop kicked, and then a minute later, the finish actually happens. So Eminem hits snapshot on Jeff. Matt breaks the pin up. They then go for a snapshot from the top, which would have been cool. Then Matt reverses it into, I guess, a double twist of fate, despite Taz calling it a double neck breaker.
I thought it was a bulldog.
It's clearly a twist of fate, surely.
Where was the twist?
Well, he just didn't twist because he got two of them, but it was the same.
Fate. It was fate, wasn't it?
It was just fate, then, wasn't it?
And then Jeff hits a swanton bomb on both of them. The Hardys.
The double swanton was quite cool.
And I believe this goes on for quite a while. This rivalry. And
it goes into Armageddon.
Yeah, that classic ladder match we get.
Yeah.
Where Joey Mercury's face is no more.
But that was tacked on because this pay-per-view was so bad on it.
Yeah.
That's why they put that. That's why they give him an extra bonus on the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Basically, apologise for this abomination.
Just to get people to buy pay-per-views again, I guess.
No, because it was on the actual pay-per-view, wasn't it? They didn't announce it before, and those two teams were going to be in it. It was just
you can catch that in our archives anyway.
We go for it. It's in the Regal episode, and I know you're thinking Regal had no right to be in the match with Dave Taylor, and you're correct.
You're right.
But it's still one of the best matches that he had. Luke, what did you think of this match then?
I remember.
Good start to the interview?
Yeah, as good as it could be. If in the end it was too good because nothing else was good. But I remember at the time someone saying this had made a really good indie show main event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was if it was actually in the ECW crowd. I don't like to give the ECW crowd too much credit, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's just wrestling it. But I think that crowd, in a Hammerstein Ballroom or Philadelphia, or whatever it's called, arena, would have been really hot for him.
Yeah,
this crowd was just a bit dead all the way through. I mean, they were quite alive for this match.
They did dip in and out
compared to. But obviously, they were too busy down at fucking Nacho Man or whatever it was called.
Nacho Man. Yeah. Maybe the cheese was real gluey, couldn't up on the mouse.
down at the Bee's Knees pub. Is it a pub? It's a restaurant. Bee's Knees restaurant.
Nice.
So they were down there having a great time. Obviously popped up every now and again for some wrestling. But yeah, it was good. I mean, it had no reason to be on there because it was just But yeah, I think Jeff had just come back, hadn't he?
Jeff had just come back.
So this is the first Hardy's match for a good while.
No,
it was
first
Hardy's before the Tuesday. Yeah, before that Tuesday.
Tuesday, where they went and beat one of the other tag teams that were on this card, but we'll get to that later on.
Yeah. But, it was good start.
He's literally had like 1 week's worth of build.
Yeah, high hopes for this pay-per-view at this point.
Yeah, 1 for 1 so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big Davey gave this.
Could be a pretty good pay-per-view.
Big Davey gave this 3 1/4.
I'd say that's about right. I mean, I read on one of the sort of, when I was doing my research, it was the best tag match of 2006. I've seen a lot better tag matches. I've seen a lot worse. I thought that was.
Have you seen him in 2006, Ross?
Well, I was watching it legit at that time, so yeah.
So
Maybe I don't know.
Which one? Which one was better?
Sylvester Takai and Elijah Burke against the FBI.
Good point. Yeah.
That one smells better. Didn't Batista and Rey Mysterio tag all the time in this?
That was a great tag too.
I think they did a little bit, and Trevor Murdoch was around as well, wasn't he? So
Trevor Murdoch and Landscape against.
In fact, we had Rated Echo this time, didn't we?
Yeah, there we go.
On the other channels.
And then the pay-per-view ended there. I wish I could say.
Ding ding ding.
That's it. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. No, we have to go through the rest. So we get an ECW.com exclusive that's no longer an exclusive because it's now been shown on TV. An FVD promo just saying he wants to win the match, the Extreme Elimination Chamber, which could have been a lot more extreme, but we'll get there. We'll go on to Lou's favourite match of the card then. Matt Striker, the teacher, against Balls Mahoney. But before it starts, Striker starts with it as a promo, says it will be Extreme Rules. The crowd are like, yes.
Yeah, we all were.
An extreme enforcement of the rules. It's going to be a Strikers rules match, so there's no eye gouging, no hair pulling, no moves off the top rope, and no foul language. So it's basically just a Balls Mahoney match, because I can't imagine he comes off the top that much. Neither does Striker. This went 7 minutes.
It's just the worst, isn't it?
Balls Mahoney wins with a sit-out spinebuster. I mean, I love Balls Mahoney.
I was at the time thinking, what an absolute letdown. Because the last ECW pay-per-view was One Night Stand 2006, which, had it not been for some shenanigans, we would have reviewed, and it would have been in the archives now, but we'll do it next year. Don't worry about that. But, God, how violent.
One match up there in the big
great was that. Yeah, and that was a great match that was. And that's what ECW should have been, really, if they were going to do it, call it ECW. So I was like, right, Striker's coming up with all these rules, so Balls Mahoney, he's just going to come out and just fuck him up now, isn't he?
Yeah.
But now Balls Mahoney was like, right, fair enough, these are the rules, let's play by the rules. And they just had a match and won.
I just don't understand how you could have a chair swinging freak without a chair.
Yeah, get the chairs out.
This was at the point where Balls was coming to the ring with his custom chairs as well.
Yeah, I think all night it was like this, wasn't it? It was this kind of new school versus old school. They could have made that the theme of the pay-per-view, you know.
Well, they tried to later on, didn't they, with the new breed?
And it didn't really work.
But it was better than this.
The new breed where Kevin Thorne was the muscle.
Yeah, I know it wasn't a great storyline, but it was a storyline. So
I mean,
it's better than this.
It doesn't help as well when Matt Striker's got his own face on his ass.
I mean, Striker isn't supposed to be annoying. I get that.
Yeah, I don't mind that part as much.
Yeah, well, that's his character, isn't it? But I mean, why?
It was just awkward. It was awkward when he got a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? His mouth was in the exactly wrong place.
His mouth was in the crack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't want to say it, Beers will say it for you.
He was literally...
No, I was trying to think of the word of what happens when you pants up your ass.
If he dropped a deuce...
Actually, that's it.
If he dropped a deuce, he'd have been talking shit, literally.
He's on one today, Peters.
Well, it's right though, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, Peters. What you had before we come on here?
Weetabix.
Weetabix, he is ready to go, Peters.
Yeah, I mean, the pants aren't the best style in the world anyway, are they? They look like a cheap print that you've gone to for a Stag Do t-shirt, and Matt Striker's just gone, yeah, I'll put my face on the back of them. Lol, 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 lol. And, do you know what I mean? It's just bizarre, isn't it?
What's bizarre?
Did you enjoy the match at least, Peters?
No, absolutely not.
Terrible.
I did like it though when Balls Mahoney was going up to the top and Matt Striker was going to the ref. That's not the rules. So like that. It was brilliant.
Bit like Drew Gulak's gimmick on it, but not as funny.
Yeah. But even Taz and Joey Styles are taking the piss.
Yeah.
I mean, you're shit out, aren't you? Big Dave gave this half
a star.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think at the time when I was watching it as a young 15-year-old, I think I was 15. I was like, it's gonna get violent, and it didn't. I think this was the first. This match was the first time like alarm bells were starting to ring.
Yeah.
Like, this pay-per-view might not be very good, you know.
I mean,
at this point, I don't think I'd ever seen a bad WWE pay-per-view, really.
No.
And then this year we've seen a few of them.
I mean, Balls Mahoney.
On the show, no.
Yeah, on the show, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, they're doing good stuff. Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief.
No, a moment we've watched some bad stuff this year.
Mike Invaders versus Street Profits. Yes, please. Extreme Rules.
For the ninjas.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, God. Balls Mahoney. Unbelievable music, am I right?
Yeah, that was great. And when the crowd were chanting like balls. Oh, that's what I'm not right about actually. The crowd went bad, but why were they all lit up in a small arena?
Yeah, it just showed how small the arena
terrible.
was.
Everything was terrible.
It felt like an extended episode of Main Event with two good matches, two special matches thrown in there.
Stage design was terrible.
And it goes back to that Sunday Night Heat thing that we were talking about earlier.
It was like, oh, it's pretty much WWE, but it wasn't because he didn't have it on the ring posts or the turnbuckle pads. But what was it?
Crap. Is what it was.
ECW, what WWE was it? It was just rubbish, wasn't it?
It was crap.
Didn't know what it was.
This was at the point where I realised it was rubbish and started doing other research. And I can't remember if it was after this match because I didn't write it down. But if you watched the live show, it went into a video package for it. See No Evil.
See No Evil.
Do we know what one of the titles was going? What it nearly was called?
Do that.
Jacob's house.
Now, that would have been better.
God.
Ah.
Go on then.
Eyes Scream Man. It was a legit title. Is it Eyes? EYES?
Ah, God.
It was nearly called that.
Why?
We've seen No Evil.
Why did he go ice cream, man?
It was. Did he pull people? I've never seen it, but did he pull people's eyes out or something?
Yeah, with a big hook. And it all happened on May 19th.
Yeah.
And then Luke Gallows became Fake K.
The only good thing about that film was King Booker being in See No Evil. If anybody hasn't seen it, watch it.
That would have been around this time, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen the film. No, I've no interest in that.
Imagine there was a film called Eyes Scream Man.
Eyes Scream Man. It'd been better. Could have become a cult classic. Ice Cream Man.
Yeah. There you go. So that was the first. So we're 1 for 2. Are we now then? What felt a good match? And you expect that on the pay-per-view, I guess.
It was nonsense. I've wrote in the fans were chanting ECW, but I think they were chanting TNA. I think I got that wrong. They were chanting TNA at the end of this match. Was this the first time they started turning on it? Or was it actually ECW? No, I think it was ECW because they were like balls one, ECW.
Yeah.
I think. But I was just like, lads, you're stretching here. You know what I mean?
But when you're
a show, you don't want to admit you're at a bad show, do you? You want to be saying having a great time.
I think the crowd panted about 3 people were chanting ECW at some point.
Let's get those guys. Let's get those lads on screen.
So we see CM Punk warming up backstage after this. We get ready for his Elimination Chamber match. And then after that, go on, Peters, what you going to say?
Big pop for CM Punk.
This is weird because I watched in 2006, and then I think I stopped watching like maybe early 2007. I didn't pick it up again until probably about 2012, and everyone was mental for CM Punk, and I'd only see CM Punk is like that weird, like slightly good mid-carder in ECW.
Yeah, he had his debut at the Hammerstein Bomb, didn't he? And everyone was mental for him because he was a big Ring of Honor star at the time.
Yeah.
And then I think the week before this, Survivor Series in Chicago, and the crowd went absolutely like mental for him again. Because
he was in a few of the. He was in one of the Survivor Series matches. In the Survivor Series match where DX beat Rated RKO.
Yeah, and he got a bigger pop than DX in that. And I think that was the week before this. So I think he was on a bit of a tear.
Yeah, I just find it strange. You know when you don't watch it and then all of a sudden these are like absolute megastars.
Yeah, like Otis.
Yeah.
But it is weird how much the crowd loved him even at this point on ECW.
Well, this is apparently why Heyman left, because he wanted CM Punk to win.
Yeah, he did.
And the others
But
didn't.
we'll get to that.
Apparently, he wanted to chuck. He wanted, according to Bruce Pritchard, he wanted CM Punk to chuck out the Big Show
in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
that's 2 on there.
In the Anaconda Vice or something.
Yeah. But we'll get to that.
Lou, you said after the Balls Mahoney and Matt Striker match, that was when you thought this pay-per-view might be bad.
Yeah.
I imagine this next little bit is when you thought this would be absolutely terrible. So Sabu is been taken out backstage. Heyman arrives, says what's going on. Sabu is stretched out. There is probably one of the louder chants of bullshit straight away.
I mean, they're right to do that, in my opinion, because he's an ECW original, and it's just another way of Vince trying
and also, if you're,
piss them off.
I mean, you might have already bought your ticket before I imagine like most people would go to pay-per-views, buy it as soon as like the local arena announces it most of the time. So you wouldn't know what's going on. But if you're at home and you're one of the few, like, what was it, 2,000 people who paid for this?
90,000.
See, AEW get more than that, don't they now?
It was one of the worst ones ever. Yeah.
And if you'd paid for it, like Extreme Elimination Chamber, Sabu inside there.
Is what you want to see.
You're like, oh, fucking hell, he's getting taken out. Because I was genuinely excited about this pay-per-view.
I was.
I was, because I liked TCW at the time.
Yeah, I think I'd stopped watching the weekly show, but I was just going based off One Night Stand.
Yeah.
So this got to be good.
But the thing is, though, you hear Extreme Elimination Chamber, and you think, oh yeah, Sabu will be great.
He's going to do some mental.
Yeah, and they don't. They just do nothing. He just gets taken out. I don't think there was any real reason for it. I don't think it ever came to anything.
He wasn't injured. He had been busted for drugs earlier, I think. But I mean, he still.
He seems to get away with it. He seems to take IBD's spot in those main events, and he could get a SummerSlam singles match and a couple of others. But yeah, it was weird. It was weird that he got taken out. Obviously, it didn't interest him.
Just strange, isn't it?
But I still, when I was watching it live, I was like, well, he's going to come back out and he's going to beat up Bob Holly on the way to the ring or something. And I mean, like,
nope.
So he's a suicidal, homicidal,
genocidal
death maniac, Sabu.
I thought you were going to call him genital Sabu then.
Genital
Sabu.
Sabu had been in Survivor Series match with John Cena, like the week before.
Yeah. It just don't make any sense. It does not make any sense why you would even do what he's done.
Fucking Bob Holly.
Yeah.
We know how I feel about Bob Holly on this show.
He was gone by May.
Yeah.
Who, Sabu?
Pretty much all this, really. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In the new breed ECW original. So we'll find out later on who is replacing Sabu in the main event. We'll go.
You just said who replaced him in the main event.
Yeah, no, but we don't. Well, we know now. But
right. Sorry.
I guess there is another segment in there. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
We've got Elijah Beck and Sylvester Takai against the full-blooded Italians. There's a little Guido and Tony Mamalo with Trinity.
Who's Trinity, by the way? I don't recognise her at all.
I think she's in. She
was only in it for about a year or something. She wasn't in it very long, but I was looking. But I don't remember her even being a character. I don't know
if she was.
I mean, her Wikipedia picture's interesting.
I guess I don't know. Was she one of the originals?
No, she was in TNA, then WE, and then retired.
Yeah.
Like I say, Wikipedia pictures.
That's it. I think that's what she's famous for. Get the baps out.
I do.
So, yeah, I mean, Sylvester Takai, he was a weird one, wasn't he? He was
I mean, he's gone on now to be in Heavy Machinery with Otis.
He's not in Heavy Machinery anymore, is he?
Yeah, but he was when he only 10. He's not done a lot since, has he? Which is strange. But yeah, that's where it comes, because I didn't know that. But
it's the new
when Otis is going Takai, he's actually saying Takai. Because it's actually Sylvester Takai is Takai.
I didn't mind Sylvester Takai at the time.
I
thought he was all right.
I got confused, so I watched the whole match thinking he was actually not Takai, but Gunnar Scott. I don't remember him.
The name rings a bell.
He was a legit MMA fighter, I think, and a kickboxer. I think his record's 3-1 in MMA.
That's good.
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad.
And it's CM Punk's, isn't it?
I mean, it is hard for him because Elijah Beck is a lot more charismatic.
Yeah, and he started off his manager on SmackDown, didn't he? And then I think they just realised he was better.
Although I've seen a video where he kicks CM Punk in the back, and CM Punk just goes screams out in pain and goes, "Wow, that hurt!" Just because he was a bit of a botcher.
Oh, Tekai or
Big Elijah.
Yeah,
I've seen it before where he does that. I don't think he was as good as maybe what we remember, but I always liked him at the time.
He's done really well in TNA, hasn't he? As the pup.
The pup, yeah.
Yeah.
Takai and Elijah Beck debuted on SmackDown on July 28th of the 2006, and he's already on ECW at this point, so I tells you where he's going.
Yeah, and he's gone a month later, hasn't he? It's okay.
Yeah, and Elijah Beck gets told the new. Vince McMahon even says Elijah Beck's the fit in the new face of ECW or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how it starts. But he's a legit boxer as well, Elijah Beck.
Yeah.
I did
like the initial gimmick they had. I mean, obviously Elijah Beck was too good to be in it, but the fact he was like an MMA guy of a corner man basically, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was the initial gimmick on SmackDown.
I liked the jackets as well. I like the jackets.
Yeah, the jackets, and it matched, didn't it? It matched the entrance video with the colours and that.
I mean, Sylvester Tekai, I can get like a spinning back fist as his finisher, which I've just always thought was crap. But it's that people do that in UFC, don't they? So Elijah Beck has a promo saying they're gonna just he's like the man bear or something that they call him.
Something ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
He's a man and looks like a bear.
And they're gonna eat up the next position. Do you know who the Hardy Boys beat on their first back on the Tuesday?
Sylvester Tekai and Elijah Beck.
Yes. The first time they've ever been beaten as well. What an absolute waste.
There we go.
That just shows you how little thought was put into this pay-per-view. They're just pretending it didn't happen as well, aren't they?
No sense.
I mean, this is just an extended squash, isn't it? 6 minutes.
It's crap.
There's a Guido gets thrown out the ring, but I guess you probably see that in every FBI match.
I don't even remember that little Guido. Sorry, Tony Marmaluke even looking like that.
Oh, come on, we've done ECW.
No, but I thought he looked a lot more like Tony Marmaluke than he did there. He didn't look like Tony Marmaluke to me. Peter's guess what I'm saying.
You know what his name in TNA was?
Tony Marmaluke, right?
Tony Luke.
Tony Luke.
Tony Marmalade.
Little Dame Mama.
Yeah.
Tony Marmalade Luke.
What's Tony Luke Mama doing in the Impact Zone? Oh, yeah, I can see it.
I like the FBI. I like the original FBI with Big Guido and all that.
Yeah, I think they're great.
But this was just they were there for the sake of that being there.
Did he ever explain why Nunzio became Little Guido again?
It was didn't Joey Styles say it at 2006? He's not going to be called Nunzio here or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's when he was still on SmackDown as Nunzio, wasn't he? I assume he was.
And then he stayed on ECW, didn't he, after that?
It was a feuding with Vito, wasn't he?
Big Vito in his dress.
Something with Vito. So he had some sort of Italian storyline with Vito.
They were partners, and then Vito started wearing dresses, and Nunzio wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
But speaking of
what I'm saying, it's like Nunzio's an intolerant prick, and we're glad he lost his match.
Speaking of Big Vito, he started wearing a dress, and he was unbeaten for 4 months. It was Sylvester Tekai who was undefeated that streak.
So he used to sit in the bar with Michael Cole and talk about sports.
Big Davey gave this 1 1/4. He rated this higher than Matt Striker Balls Mahoney.
Oh yeah,
probably was slightly better.
I mean, I wouldn't have said it was like 0.7 of a star, 0.75 of a star, but
I don't know.
It's hard, isn't it?
Elijah Beck and Sylvester Tekai win after Beck. It's the Elijah Experience.
I like that as a name, though, to be fair.
The Elijah Experience.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's quite cool.
And then after the match, Tekai hits a muscle buster. This is when the TNA chant is low.
Oh, it's Samoa Joe, innit?
Yeah, I see the TNA chant. There's one guy clearly at the front shouting TNA loads.
I think he's behind the commentators because you hear him again later on.
Oh, well, there's a guy stood up. I just assumed it was him.
I don't know. Will you hear someone in the main event as well?
I read I don't know if this is true. Maybe. Peter's getting nervous now. He's going to have to touch the edit button again. I heard that, remember I used to go on WrestleZone.com a lot this time. And apparently IVD's wife was in the crowd and she was one of the people chanting TNA.
Yeah.
Because she was like, this is fucking shit.
Well,
I think towards the main event, really.
When did IVD go to TNA? Was it?
I think it was the end. He was the next. When he lost his last match was a stretcher match. No, he won the stretcher match, didn't he?
He went to TNA
that was possibly that one night stand.
2010.
2000.
Yeah, he left WWE in 2007,
Yeah,
but then he was on the Independents, and then he went to TNA in 2010. So he did have a few years in between.
Yeah, so that was it, because he lost at the one night stand that became just WWE one night stand, which still makes no sense to this day.
Yeah.
Because they moved it from the Hammerstein Ballroom to Jacksonville.
We covered that one night stand 2008 in the archives.
Yeah, that's just 2007.
Yeah, no, but 2000. But that's what makes no
2008
because there was two of them.
Yeah, because you thought they realised 2007. Like, this is stupid.
There was just two of them, weren't there? Really good show, sleeper show. So
2008 was really good. 2007 was not. I think from what I remember.
Check that out in the archives. I mean, this match was not good. 6 minutes, about 5.5 minutes too long.
I'd say 6 minutes 41 seconds too long, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just, the main thought I got of this match at the end was like, who cares?
Yeah. But the crowd aren't buying into anything. That's the problem.
The crowd does not give a shit. The crowd's like, we came for fucking ECW.
We came for blood, and
we got these pricks. We got these pricks. We just had to sit through a 7-minute Mass Striker match.
Yeah.
I mean, the one good thing about that Mass Striker match, to be fair, was that it wasn't commentating. So that was the one I'd back driving him in the ring.
The thing is as well,
this match was terrible as well.
The thing is as well, it only goes downhill from here. It's still not even reached like the bottom. We're still on the slower part with this. The next match as well.
Like I always say, like I like pay-per-views when they're like WCW last week was rubbish, but it was good, if you know what I mean. This is just rubbish and it's bad.
But the thing with WCW last week is there was some entertaining stuff in there. I know there was
60 Barbaro.
Well, I mean, you had Johnny B. Bad. He had Catherine Wheels in his head. That was more extreme than anything we've seen so far.
Hulk Hogan being just ridiculous. Like Hulk Hogan set his clothes on fire.
Exactly.
What's this got? Who's setting the clothes on fire in this pay-per-view?
Where is the fire in this pay-per-view? Where's the barbed wire? Where's the weapon? Where's anything?
Where's anything? Yeah, I agree.
So we're saying 1 for 3. One good match.
We're half for 3 really, because the Hardys vs M&M looks really good, and if it was on Raw, everyone would have forgotten about it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It only looks good because everything else is just.
There's a point in this match. Just before we move on as well, there's a few crossbodies by Tony Marmaluke. There's a crew crossbodies by Tony Marmaluke, and he's trying to clap, getting the crowd going, and just no one cares. No one fucking cares.
Because this was a match you would do on SmackDown or Raw to
I wouldn't even say
tag team over.
I don't even think it's SmackDown worthy. This is Velocity worthy, and that's a push.
Shotgun Saturday Night. This for us.
Yeah. No, but I could see it on SmackDown.
AEW Dark.
As this is the new tag team. They get a few wins under the belt. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not 7 minutes. You do have 2 minutes on telly, don't you?
Yeah, not 7. But this pay-per-view was already short, so imagine if we shot.
Well, they should have thought of that. They should book some bloody matches for it, shouldn't they?
After that, we got another backstage segment. We've got RVD and CM Punk. They're both checking on Sabu, who's been put into an ambulance, and it's now apparent he won't be coming back out.
Boo!
I've seen Sabu tape his arm back together, and he's telling me he's not going to compete in the main event.
Yeah.
This is Sabu got dropped his neck and carried on.
Yeah. Not very good. Why do RVD and CM Punk? I get RVD. Why CM Punk there? It's just like, he's a good guy. I've got to care.
Yeah, he's a babyface, I guess.
Yeah.
Too many babyfaces are out.
This scene here annoys me. Don't annoy me now. It annoys me in the main event. We'll get to it.
Right, okay. Put a pin in that then. We'll get there later on. This next match annoys me just because it was there. We've got Daivari against Tommy Dreamer. Daivari will be with the Great Khali.
Makes sense.
To, I guess, non-Americans.
Yeah. No, but what I mean by that is they were a tag team, weren't they? He was his, Great Khali's mouthpiece, wasn't he? And
yeah, I'm saying that he was only Great Khali's mouthpiece, because I'm pretty sure Daivari's Iranian and Great Khali's Indian.
Yeah. I was going to say he knows Persian, doesn't he? But I think he's part Iranian.
But whatever. The only reason they're together is because
they're foreign.
Because they're foreign. Yeah.
How old do we think Daivari is here before we get into it?
What, in this match?
Yes.
26.
28.
22.
22. Yeah,
he's so young.
He's still going now, isn't he?
Yeah, is he back in TNA now?
He has a school with thingy, doesn't he? Has a school with
Kennedy and Molly Holly, weirdly.
Yeah.
He's only 36 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back in TNA now.
His younger brother is in 205 Live.
Yeah, Arya
Daivari.
When are we going to get 205 Live pay-per-view? That's what I want to know.
I'm surprised it's not on NXT. Like the Cruiserweight title match.
It is, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, the cruiserweight titles NXT now. Just they still have 205 Live there.
Oh, right. I don't watch NXT, so.
It's 2 cruiserweight champs, isn't there? Because John Devlin's stuck here, yeah. So
Brit rest, so yeah, he probably lose that straight away, won't he?
Yeah. Well, he did lose a bit, and he's back with it now, isn't he? So,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this match, I mean, the best bit of the full 7 minutes of this match was Khali's thrown from the ring. Who loves a ref when he's thrown from the ring?
Get out of here!
And he goes, Khali, he just goes.
I was gonna say, don't put up a fight or anything, does he?
He did have a great shocked face, though. Like, what's going on?
Have you seen his Instagram, Greg Khali?
No.
It's brilliant. It's just him looking like really serious in selfies.
He's got wrestling schools, isn't he, in India?
Yeah. But my favourite Great Khali thing is that time when he came back for that Punjabi prison match between Jinder and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he spoiled it by taking a selfie on the plane beforehand, didn't he?
Idiot.
Tagging where he was flying to or something. And everyone was like,
complete idiot.
well, Great Khali's going to be here tonight, isn't he? And he was there. No one was surprised.
Peters, calling Great Khali an idiot. Is he trying to start a feud? Travis T against Great Khali.
Look, he just crushed my head when he like a little grape.
I would love to.
I would love to see Randy Hogan in your corner.
Yeah, that's true.
Anybody out here would love to see Terry Peters take a Khali brain chop and give us 5-star review.
Absolutely not.
We'll get to 13 5-star reviews, we'll do it.
13,000 5-star reviews.
Imagine, how much do you think it costs to hire the Great Khali to give one brain chop to Terry Peters?
Find out. No,
or maybe the Great Khali used to roast the Christmas future and in our Christmas special. He goes, "Oi, Ebenezer Peters."
Ebenezer Peters?
He smashes him with the old brain chop.
Yeah.
See
it happen.
I'd love to see that.
I would.
National hero in India, isn't he?
What would you rather do then, Peters? Take a brain chop or watch this match again?
Watch this match again.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd take a brain chop, mate. You might knock this match out of my mind. I mean, Tommy Dreamer. I love Tommy Dreamer. He's big ECW. There's no weapons in this match at all.
Sad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He looks sad, doesn't he? He comes out and you can see the sadness in his eyes. It's like Billy's dog.
No wonder he wanted his release after this match.
I'm not being funny, but ECW wrestlers, there's about a handful of them who are actually good wrestlers. The absolute ECW legends, they're there. They've been in ECW because there wasn't that good of wrestlers.
They should have just done a big. So you know that match they had at like WrestleMania 23 just after this, and then they had the better match on ECW the night after, or two nights after. New Breed, ECW Originals, 4-on-4 Extreme Rules, I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, bloody great if they did that, yeah. They could have still lost, but it would have mattered, wouldn't it? It would have been a fun match, but this is just rubbish.
This is awful. I mean, we'll go through the finish. So Daivari in the trio where Dreamer hits a running baseball slide, then goes for the DDT, but Daivari schoolboys him, grabs the trunks to win. Dreamer then chases after him, but his double-handed chokeslam on the ramp. And just in case we missed that, it was repeated 15,000 times. Did we all realise that he got chokeslammed on the ramp?
Yeah. Good spot, but you know.
And then Dreamer gets up, he's cheered, I guess, as a slight ECW chant. It was just... Why?
Just sad, wasn't it?
Why was it there?
This pay-per-view or this match?
Everything. My life.
It was a brutal looking attack after the match, wasn't it? It was a...
Oh, but don't you think it'd have been better if it had been proper beatdown instead of one move and it... I thought it was crap. I thought the full match was crap. I thought, you've got Dreamer. You've had Dreamer and Balls Mahoney now, and none of them have used the weapon.
Yeah. FBI. Don't forget the FBI, Ross.
Yeah, but the FBI were decent wrestlers.
Are they?
Yeah, Dungeon's alright. He had a good decent cruiserweight run.
Could have shown it, couldn't he?
Yeah, but was that Sylvester Turkey's fault?
The other sad thing about this match is the finish.
The finish was crap as well, wasn't it? It's schoolboy and...
Well, it's the fact that Davari's in the Tree of Woe, then he gets picked up and puts the worst schoolboy on it and makes Tommy Dreamer look like a schoolboy. He literally makes him like a pencil neck geek.
I would also pay for Tommy Dreamer to hit Ted Peters with a trash can.
Oof. I wouldn't
Yeah.
fancy that either.
I think that'd be better than a chop.
I think it would be.
Just basically foil, just wraps on your head.
What
I
do you-
like he hit Q from Practical Jokers when he did that. What's it? Suplex on it.
Suplex, wasn't it? It was a proper snap suplex as well. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it has to be. He wasn't coordinator, was he? Proper, was he? Just do it himself.
What do we think Big Davey got this for? Gave this
A star.
Half a star.
dud.
Dud.
Dud. I mean, 7 minutes as well. He got a dud.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not very good, was he? But it's never going to be good, is it? That's what I don't understand. It's never going to be good.
There's no heat as well.
No one gives a shit. You've got wrestlers in there who aren't known for wrestling.
Hmm.
The real thing is, Bob Maloney's full gimmick was that he hit people with chairs.
Chair swing freak.
Tommy Dreamer.
Innovator of violence.
And we haven't had a weapon shop now. We're about an hour of the way through. We don't have any weapons.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad says a lot about society and what we live in.
This is what I mean by if it wasn't called ECW. If it wasn't ECW, you wouldn't have been bothered at all. No weapons now.
No, you would. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's been a terrible show.
Yeah, but if it wasn't ECW, you wouldn't have had Dreamer and Moles Mahoney.
First TNA pay-per-view is better than this.
I would rather watch that.
Yeah,
At least that was slightly interesting.
Like, this could have literally been improved by Ed Ferrara's commentary. That's how bad this show is, Russ.
Improved by the Dicks or something? The Johnsons or what they were called?
The Johnsons, the fucking ding-dongs. Bring them all in. Robocop.
Oh, Christ.
Stick Vampiro in a graveyard match as well, alright. Whatever it is.
Put 2 more cages on top of the Elimination Chamber.
Obviously, I mean, that would be amazing. We're saying things that are actually bad, Russ. That was a joke.
Let's put 2 more rings in.
Yeah. Triple Elimination Chamber. It'd be mad, wouldn't it?
Oh, God. Right, that was that. Has anybody got anything else to add on Daivari versus Tommy Dreamer?
No, I think we've talked long on the match went on.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I've got one thing to add.
Go on.
Burn it with fire.
There we go.
that was worth it. Worth adding, wasn't it?
It's a pad out of the show. It's a pad out of the show, just like
Christ. Yeah, the parallels are ridiculous. We then go backstage again to Heyman. He's in the locker room and he's saying Sabu will not be in the main event. Who's he talking to? He's talking to Hardcore Holly.
Fuck's sake.
Hardcore Holly, who just apparently goes to every pay-per-view and puts his gear on just in case.
Yeah.
I guess the storyline was that he was the guy who attacked him.
We'll put a pin in that, Luke, because there's a reason why it's Hardcore Holly.
Right.
But you obviously don't know, so I will tell you later on.
Yeah.
I've got a full page of notes about why the relationship happened. I don't think it's ever revealed who attacked him.
Nope.
Well,
Why would it be? Because
The
that's
Bashams.
far too easy.
The Bashams are in it later on, though.
yeah, sure.
I don't think it's ever actually revealed, but Hardcore Holly is in the main event. He looks happy. Disappointingly, I thought this was the match where he got the big gash on his back. It's not, is it?
No, I think that happened on TV, didn't it?
That happened the week before.
Also, the bit where Lashley jumps through the cage, was that before this show?
No, it's after. That's
After
in
the show.
That's in his rivalry with Umaga, where he's already
okay.
where McMahon's the ECW champion.
Because that was a great spot.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. This was in my stage of really not liking Bobby Lashley.
No.
No, he just no.
Well, it was meant to be. I guess we'll get onto this. This might be in Ross's research. It was going to be Bob Sapp, was it not?
Was it? No, that was not in my research.
Ah, we'll get to that then. We'll get to the main event. I believe it's going to be Bob Sapp.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say who attacked Sabu. I don't know who attacked him.
Yeah, well, look at that.
He was just attacked. So
Well,
Sabu was out.
We'll assume it's Bob Holly.
Hardcore Holly is in. The next match then. This is fun. The last match before the pay-per-view, before the main event. Mike Knox and Kelly Kelly versus Kevin Thorne and Ariel. Oh God! In the mixed tag match, during the entrance, Kelly sort of texted Mike, behind Mike Knox's back to wish CM Punk good luck. This is a sort of Sable Mark Mero kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Knox is Kelly Kelly's girlfriend, but he's getting a bit upset that she likes to take all the
Knox
clothes off.
hang on, Mike Knox is Kelly Kelly's girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know. You can do what you want. It's 2020, Peters.
Fair enough. We'll play another game of Guess the Age. How old do we think Kelly Kelly is here?
19.
Yeah, 19.
Right, yeah, you both got it right.
Did you know that, she did the Kelly Kelly's like expose. She had literally no dancing experience whatsoever, and it was just Vince's idea.
Of course it was. Well, why doesn't that surprise me?
It's not like she was like a stripper or something before, and she had no idea what she was doing when she was out there. Let's play of who did this guy used to be? Kevin Thorne. Who did this guy used to
Mordecai.
be? Yeah, there we go, Mordecai.
And who did he face?
Like barely anyone. He got cut straight away, didn't he?
He's like a white Undertaker, isn't he?
He was supposed to be against Undertaker.
He did at Judgment Day 2004.
Did he actually wrestle?
Yep, Judgment Day 2004.
That was the whole point of him, wasn't it? He was going to be
the opposite of
the opposite. Undertaker was all dark, and Mordecai was going to be all white. White. It's basically he had.
He was like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, he did a successful version with Shawn Michaels, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, Mordecai. Oh no, sorry. He was against Scotty 2 Hotty. I thought he faced him.
There's a bit of a difference there between the two.
I know where I've got it from. Undertaker.
How do you get them mixed up?
I know where I've got it from.
Oh,
Undertaker was on the event poster for the Judgment Day 2004. Who do you think Undertaker was against at Judgment Day 2004?
I don't think it matters at this point.
And it wasn't Mordecai or Scotty 2 Hotty. And the match went 3 minutes as well.
Mark Henry?
Nope, not far off.
D'Lo Brown?
A little bit colder.
Not far off Mark Henry.
Go on, Luke.
Big Daddy V?
No.
Big Show.
Nope. The Bookman, Booker T.
How am I not far off?
What do you read?
How am Mark Henry and Booker T any alike?
World Heavyweight Champs on SmackDown.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Moving swiftly on.
Peters absolutely fell apart this last. I knew it because I was looking at what's he called?
The guy.
Kevin Thorne.
No, it was meant to, but because that was when they kept doing like vignettes and stuff for like Undertaker's opponents, and they all sent to rubbish, didn't they? Like Hayden Vanson, New John this time.
And I thought he did Scotty 2 Hotty.
What do we think Mordecai's up to now?
Is he not still wrestling?
He might be.
He's Lance Archer in AEW now, so that's good.
Against the Undertaker.
Good stuff. Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he a photographer?
No, he's a real estate agent.
Huh.
I was on some real estate program anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
There's a ghost realtor in it. That's what I had.
There was supposed to be in a sort of like a new brood or new brood with Gangrel.
Yes.
Heyman loved vampires, didn't he? Something. I wanted vampires on there. Or sci-fi wanted vampires on.
Was it sci-fi? Because this is the point where we was getting the zombie and the.
I think it was sci-fi.
But I'm pretty sure Heyman was all for it as well.
Well, Kevin Thorne was quite heavily pushed, wasn't he? It just wasn't very good, was it? He's had 2 shots, both crap.
Yeah. Let it go. Gotta let it go, yeah.
This match was terrible as well, wasn't it?
Sure it was.
Mike Knox, who was Mike Knox? We've covered him before in the podcast.
Bloody Knox.
Knox.
Knox himself. Because he grew a massive beard, and he was almost the main eventer. He was in an Elimination Chamber match, wasn't he? A proper one.
What was he really?
A few years later, yeah. No one on the way out, yeah. And a massive beard. I mean, it was that one where Big Daddy V and that were in it. It won the strongest lineup for Elimination Chamber.
Was it an ECW one?
SmackDown / ECW, I believe.
Oh, right.
It's when they basically merged rosters, wasn't it, when Teddy Long was managing them both.
Oh, right.
The halcyon days of ECW.
Big Daddy V and Mike Knox. This is essentially a heel versus heel match. Kelly Kelly's like the only babyface. This went 7 minutes as well. 7 minutes too long. It ends basically. Mike Knox is in. He tags Kelly, and she gets like I was going to say big pop. She gets a pop.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's getting beat up by Ariel. She goes to attack Mike Knox, but he refuses and walks off. So Ariel hits an STO to win via pinfall. We won't get into the afters just yet. What do we think of the actual match then, Will?
Yeah, nah.
Not for you.
I think I'd switch off at this point. Really. I think at first I thought it was a singles match. So I looked up and Ariel was pinning Kelly, and I was like, what the fuck? He's looking at this like Vince Russell. I didn't realize they were in a match, but yeah, it's a tag match. So.
But if it was Vince Russell, yeah, Intercontinental title probably would have been on the line.
Yeah.
Ariel was a bit annoying, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's had an interesting post-career.
Didn't she fall out with Big Dave?
Did she follow what, Dave Batista?
Yeah, and wasn't that part of the release? Why?
Oh, I don't know. She's blamed. Yeah, she did blame her release on a conversation with Dave Batista.
There we go.
She May 18th, 2007. Then she went to TNA.
Was there anyone like who lasted the rest of the year on this pay-per-view? Genuinely.
Rob Van Dam?
No, he's gone, hasn't he?
CM Punk.
Johnny Nitro and Melina.
CM Punk, I guess, yeah.
Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I suppose the Hardys. Yeah. All right, any of the ECW guys. Let's forget that first match because they lost.
Hardcore Holly.
CM Punk.
Big Show. Well, Big Show.
No, Big Show retired. Big Show retired.
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, but it came back in 2008, didn't he?
Yeah. He was Paul the Great White, wasn't he? On the Indies. For a bit.
Did Tests?
No, I don't think Test lasted that long.
No, 2007 he left.
Yeah.
When did Lashley go? Lashley was there.
2007. It was about a year after this, I think. But his
No,
last match.
he covered that, haven't we? Where he was
Yeah.
Lashley against Cena. Yeah.
Last match was a WWE title match. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there weren't many there then.
Yeah. Great developmental brand.
Yeah. That Ariel went to
I suppose Tommy Dreamer stayed a while actually, didn't
he was just not wrestling, was he?
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's called Shelly Martinez, Ariel.
She went to TNA, didn't she? I remember her in TNA.
She went to TNA and then she released a porno. So
Good for her.
Well done.
Good for her.
Well done, Shelley.
Well done.
I do remember. I don't know if I can find a video now. Not that video. I do remember. Like, I think she was on the. I think she did a couple of indies like before she went to TNA, but the indies were that small. They were basically backyard wrestling, and she did one of the worst promos I've ever seen with like a replica welterweight title belt as like her belt that she'd won.
Yeah.
I don't know where I found it now, but I remember watching it at the time and it was absolutely appalling.
If you're gonna fancy Googling that, just be careful what you click on.
Yeah,
I guess.
The internet is a strange place, listeners.
Yeah, Tay Peters, did you enjoy this mixed tag match?
Nope.
No, we'll go on the answers.
But then
Taz was a bit annoying as well, wasn't he?
It wasn't Taz's finest night. I'm a big fan of Taz as a colour commentator.
it's fair though. If he was an ECW guy, he was probably thinking, "What is this?" They both were probably on commentary, aren't they? You could hear the soul had disappeared from Joey Styles' voice at the end.
Yeah, there was. I don't think there was one. Oh my God, was there?
Yeah. Well, nothing happened to us. That's why.
So after the match, Ariel keeps attacking Kelly, and then we get Sandman. Sandman music plays.
This is the best bit.
He enters through the crowd. Of course, he busts himself open with a beer can and attacks Kevin Fallon with a Singapore cane.
He looks a bit more in shape here, though, to be
stuff,
fair to the Sandman.
Apparently, Vince was a big fan, wasn't he?
I was thinking, why ain't he in the main event now? That would have been great. That would have been acceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way to get him out, isn't it? To get him onto the show.
It's the first ever main event. Surely they could have put Dreamer and Sandman in and Sabu in there as well. You know what I mean?
No, you gotta have heels.
Yeah, but then you have to. Yeah, but you could have had Big Show.
They should be the only
Big
heel.
Show.
Oh, if he'd laid him out, Shayna Baszler style, and just took him out one by one.
Yes, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, people would have shit on that more than they would this did that.
Heat of the
They've
Big
all
Show,
got
though.
5 minutes for Big Show and they all lose.
Imagine the heat with the Big Show.
Yeah, no, but they had heat. Everyone had heat, didn't they? This
Yeah.
match, no one had good heat.
But this is the first. So this is the second. This is the second to last match. This is the first match. The last match before the pulse match before the main event. We're an hour and a half in. That's the first weapon shot. I had a look. It was an hour and 33 minutes. The first weapon shot.
This is what the entire pay-per-view should have been, really.
Yeah.
This is what I thought Balls Mahoney was going to do to Matt Striker.
That's what Dreamer would have done to... Imagine Dreamer trying to beat Carly with weapons. Not going to wear. But at least he's had a go.
Beats him with a fake leg that gets us someone in the crowd again.
Yeah, toilet seat. You know what I mean?
Great.
Anything.
Yeah.
But we're an hour and a half in, and the first weapon shot is Sandman on Kevin Fonn.
Yeah. But, you know, he had it coming, didn't he? Kevin Fonn was annoying.
Yeah, he was crap. He had his little weird stick.
Yeah.
Joey Styles legit said, "Oh, we're gonna have a lightsaber fight."
Yeah, what was that stick about as well?
Vampire stick.
Yeah, I know.
Vampire pimp stick, I guess.
Vampire pimp stick.
No,
Yeah.
no, not a fan of vampire pimp sticks, Peters.
That's not to get Peters, honestly, this guy.
Sorry, how dare I?
Understand vampire pimp stick.
It was just crap, wasn't it? It was
Yeah. Should we move on?
Please.
We'll go to the next one. This is Rebecca DiPietro. Yeah.
Who was she as well?
She was ECW's backstage announcer for like 6 months or something. Former model. Shows because she was bloody crap at her job.
Yeah, I was going to say she wasn't very good, was she?
She's backstage with Lashley. And then there's a video recap of basically him getting beaten down by Test in the Big Show the week before. I mean, is this not the issue with Lashley? He just doesn't have a very intimidating voice, does he?
No, he's doing his best work now, but then MVP speaks for most of the time, doesn't he?
Is it?
I will say he looks exactly the same now as he did then.
Oh, the man's in good shape. He's not
I believe he's 57 now, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, is he not like he's like a former Army Ranger or something? Isn't he?
Yeah.
The man's a machine.
He used his entrance video. He used to say hard hitting, soft spoken, didn't it?
44 years old.
But I remember him being quite over. Like around when he went to ECW, it all went downhill for him. In terms of popularity with the fans. But when he was on SmackDown and he was beating, I think he beat JBL for the US title.
It was sort of before he went to ECW and before the McMahon storyline, wasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I remember him being quite popular because he's like an ex-Army general and that was a big part of his gimmick, and he was proud to be US champion and that. And he had all the feud with Booker T and King Booker, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, and then we got that one of the. I love Regal and I like Finlay, but one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Regal and Finlay. It was just so boring because Lashley was pulled out for some strange reason. And the crowd.
The crowd was chanting Bobby.
The crowd was shouting Bobby, and the Michael Cole went, "You can hear the fans miss Bobby Lashley. They're chanting his name."
Classic Cole.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But his promo wasn't now. And then there's a video package for the Extreme Elimination Chamber match. Do we all know why we've got an Extreme Elimination Chamber match?
Yeah, Heyman was just like, we'll put some cage on and put some weapons in there.
Let me tell you, because I've done my research. So Heyman screwed Van Dam out of the ECW title. We all know that. It's for the Big Show to win. He did the exact same finish that he did with John Cena at the ECW One Night Stand. Van Dam then beat Big Show twice. And if you beat him, Heyman said if you beat him the second time, you will get a title shot. So he gets a title shot. But Heyman's obviously a heel now and says, you've got the title shot, but it's in an elimination chamber.
Yeah.
So they're the two people who added in. Sabu beats Kevin Thorne to qualify. CM Punk beats Mike Knox to qualify. They was having a rivalry.
Yep.
Test beats Tommy Dreamer to qualify. Hardcore Holly is then given a spot. But on the way to signing the contract, he's attacked by, at the time, SmackDown wrestler Bobby Lashley, who signs the contract himself.
Bloody hell.
I mean, that wouldn't have been valid because Charlotte had Hardcore Holly's name all over it.
No, I do all the time wrestling, isn't it? She signed a contract, it shows.
RVD and Hardcore Holly then have an Extreme Rules match. Whoever wins, if RVD wins, he keeps his place. If not, Holly goes in. So that's why Hardcore Holly was the guy who gets picked.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense. It's crap, and 14 years later, we're not happy because Hardcore Holly's main event.
Still never it.
Yeah, it's not the best, is it?
And it's that match with Hardcore Holly and RVD where they have the Extreme Rules match, which is where he gets the cut on his back.
Yeah,
is that
it? Is it from a table?
Yeah, he went through the
table.
Didn't he go down to almost a layer of fat or something horrendous like that?
It's 15 inches long.
It was very deep.
It was bad. It almost made him look hardcore.
To be fair to him, he did get a standing ovation after the match, and to be fair to him, he carried on.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play to him.
So, it's
Well,
obviously
also he's rubbish, isn't he?
oh, he's got no business being near the main event.
No, and as we find out, he's rubbish because he botches his finish again, doesn't he?
Is it him or is it the ref?
It's him. I reckon.
I think it's the ref as well, though.
I think it's the pair of them.
But no, but they could have got around it. I don't know why they did it.
Yeah.
Why not just make sure there was just make sure he'd done this fucking 3 count?
Pull the pin in that Peters. We'll get there in a second. So that was a full page. I mean, it was only about 30 seconds, but that was a full page of research. It took me bloody ages to find it all out.
Oh yes, cheers, that's good.
I was doing
Thank
that.
you, thank
I was
you.
doing that while all the other matches were on. Because the matches, if you're gonna watch this movie, the other matches are not worth watching.
No, watch the first match and the second, not the second match, the first match and the last match. I would say.
They're not even worth
I wouldn't even
watching.
say I wouldn't even say watch the last match.
Oh, I think you've been a bit harsh in the last match there.
Let's get into it. Let's get tucked into it.
So yeah, even if you for banter's sake, don't watch him for that because there's no banter, and all you do is you realise you've wasted 2 hours and 15 minutes of your own life.
Just watch like any 95 episode of Nitro instead. It's a great time.
Heyman comes out for promo then before the chamber's lowered. Basically says the Woos will die with Ric Flair, somebody else will die with someone, or Hulkamania will die with Hulk Hogan. But ECW will live on long after Heyman has died. It's weird to see Heyman with long hair, isn't it?
Yes.
He looks like he's still got it, but he don't. And now,
Weird, wasn't it?
yeah, strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, have you seen the Edge and Christian show where they run an investigation into what happened to his ponytail?
I haven't watched much Edge and Christian show, but everyone tells me I need to watch it.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, the promo was just classic.
Sean
promo.
Mooney's on there.
Nice.
Edge and Christian show. Yeah, they found him in the warehouse.
Is he wetting towels? Sean Mooney?
Can't remember what he's doing. He's accused of something, and then he becomes part of the investigation. But I think it's a different investigation. I don't know. Anyway,
Listeners, if you know listeners, then let us know.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the bit. It's just a standard heel promo by him and saying basically he's going to make sure ECW carries on with the big show as the lead of it.
yeah. And someone shouts, "He's retiring soon," because they've read the internet. Being on WrestleZone.com.
To be fair though,
Yeah.
we slag off the internet all the time, but Hulk Hogan told us all to read the internet. So
He did, yeah. So
in 1995,
the guy was only doing what he was told, yeah.
The guy's 11 years on. Hulk Hogan's weird, still have that much power.
Yeah.
This is the Extreme Elimination Chamber then. So it's the same as every Elimination Chamber where 2 start. Every 5 minutes, a pod opens when the contestant enters, and each pod has a different weapon in it. So Big Show comes out first. He chooses the barbed wire bat. CM Punk comes out next. He chooses the steel chair. Test comes out after that. He chooses a crowbar.
Terrible weapon. Terrible wrestling weapon.
And Bobby Lashley is left with a table, which is the worst weapon, I think.
It is the way he uses it, idiot.
Yeah.
But also, it's a one-shot weapon, isn't it? One and done.
Yeah. That's what. No, I don't get why no one ever does it. You could whack him up. You could pick the leg up and whack him with it, can you? No one ever does.
I'd love to see that. Somebody get hit with
Just one spot using half a table. Yeah, please. That's all I ask for. One spot.
I'd love to see that. So that means Hardcore Holly and RVD starting.
And they don't get any weapons.
I know. Do you not think it should have been like the? I'm thinking
TNA one where it's hanging off the thing.
Was
the
it
Ambrose
Ambrose Asylum match? Yeah, where there was weapons all around.
I will say this match is better than the Asylum match. Let's get that out there.
They should have come out with a weapon, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they could have done something a bit better, couldn't they? They could have put not like obviously an entire barbed wire cage would be stupid, but they could have put like a thread of barbed wire around it. You know, I don't know. Just to make it look more dangerous.
Just mix it into the middle, so it's just up and around a little bit, so people can sort of take it down and whip it. You know, like how Jericho and Ambrose had that cage match where they had all different little bits hanging down.
That's an interesting thought, that Peters. Yeah,
you mean the Ambrose Asylum that Lou just spoke about a minute ago?
You should expand on that. He was playing football manager, don't worry about it.
I was signing up to something, sorry.
What are you signing up for?
Twitch affiliate.
Join him and tweet.
Look at that cheap plug. No, you give him a cheap plug after that.
To be fair, he probably... Do you pay more attention during your Twitch streams than you do during wrestling around live recordings?
I mean, to be fair, I usually pay attention in these, but does that not just prove how bad this pay-per-view is?
No, it proves how bad your personal skills are.
I'm just after my...
anyway, we agree that was a good example of a match to choose.
Thank you.
Do you know what else They should have looked at. They should have that one with Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose. Where
that'd be good. That
that'd be really good.
All around the cage. Yeah, that would have been good, wouldn't it?
They used it again though, and I think it's Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose. I think
some sort of asylum match.
Some sort of asylum match, I believe. Yeah.
It's crazy, wasn't it? So maybe.
Yeah. No, but I believe in all seriousness, I think Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano is something similar.
Yeah, that's what it should have been for me. Instead of 4 weapons, was in 6.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 5 minutes is Hardcore Holly versus Rob Van Dam. Nobody wants to see Hardcore Holly in a 5-minute match.
No one wants to see Hardcore Holly in a 1-minute match.
RVD tried his best though, didn't he?
Yeah, he does it. The only noticeable thing I've got written down is he hits a rolling thunder to the outside.
I noticed a bit where he landed on the cage like bloody Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did he not do that in the first Elimination Chamber he was in at Survivor Series?
Yeah, and then he killed his career by nearly breaking Triple H's neck.
No, didn't he crush his throat?
Yeah, with a chair or something. No, his knee on it. It landed
was
his knee
a
on
front splash, and he landed on his...
Yeah.
Triple H wrestled for 10 minutes after that.
Yeah.
Christ.
Nearly killed him. Triple H was in tights, so it's not fault really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because he didn't have a knee injury. So that was knee injury period.
So, yeah, what's the word like the 3/4 pants for? It's ridiculous.
Do you know what's the worst wrestling attire? Shawn Michaels like dirty brown tights did his comeback.
Oh yeah. There is a story behind why I have to wear those, but I can't remember what it is. But if you've got his Facebook, it's in there.
Did you know Chris Jericho when he went from tights to trunks? The first person he saw was Michael Pierce Hayes. I think it was Michael Pierce Hayes who said, "Oh my God, I love you in trunks. That's incredible." And then the second person he saw was Lance Storm, who said he looked stupid. And he says if he'd have seen Lance Storm first, who said he looked stupid, he would have gone and got changed. So he wouldn't have had Jericho in trunks.
I think he looks alright, doesn't he? Well, not now.
Yeah. Apart from he used to wear the heavyweight title belt and looked like he was wearing now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's the only problem in it with trunks. Trunks.
It must be weird, like just being out there in your pants.
Yes, it's odd, isn't it? It's very odd. So after the 5 minutes is up, CM Punk enters. He brings a chair with him. It's the classic. You love to see it. This is before the sort of no chair shot to the head rule on it.
There's some brutal ones going here.
So yeah, CM, I do love throwing chairs.
Do you just chuck them around at home?
Yeah, if I had one, I would. I think.
Like
I think it's great when instead of hitting somebody with a chair, throwing it.
It looks more brutal, doesn't it?
Don't do it again, Lou. What we've done there is we've ignored stupid fucking trumpet.
that was an accidental clarinet that I played afterwards. Don't know why I have to drink if it's a clarinet.
Coke?
Yeah, the Coke clarinet, I guess.
You've had too much time on the stupid. We're moving up, Peters.
Yeah, I could have had that, can I?
That sounds like some sort of weird 70s kids TV show thing.
Something's gone wrong, didn't it? We need to find out what's going on. Like, there's a mystery. And we need our dog. Doug the Schnauzer. Doug the Schnauzer. I'm going to get a Schnauzer, call it Doug. Decided, by the way. Peters, are you getting a dog this week? Sorry, I had.
No.
I heard you were adopting a dog, were you not?
No.
It's adopted a dog when he retires, which will be in about 2 years because he's.
That.
Yeah. Did you not hear that, Rob? That's the Peters.
Well, no, but I just assumed he said he was going to be retired, and he's not far off retirement age, is he? Look at him. So.
I wish I was. I wish I wasn't far off retirement age.
Go to Chicago, and you will literally get your pension straight away.
Spare any change.
It's Twitch affiliate now, so he'll retire next week. Yeah.
That's true.
But anyhow, CM Punk has entered. Let's get back to that. Stupid dogs. RVD gets buzzed open. Not a right lot else happens in that 5 minutes.
Yeah, it does. CM Punk looks an absolute geek.
Right.
It's just like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to mildly toss you this chair.
Yeah,
you just throw it back in my face. I'll just stand there. Yeah, that's fine. Idiot.
CM
Punk looked terrible in this match.
Oh, well, he's going to look even worse in a minute. So Tess comes in, and then RVD eliminates CM Punk. Lou, is this what you have your issue about?
Yeah, because it's like obviously the other three are going to work together. Obviously. So you'd think that the three baby faces. I mean, Lashley was doing his own thing, but these two at least, you would think had the common sense to think, right, should we team up, sort these two out? Because all he's doing by eliminating CM Punk is putting himself at a 3-1 disadvantage, isn't he? You don't know what Lashley's going to do because he's only been on ECW like a week.
And to be
fair, CM Punk seems like a trustworthy dude. He was concerned about Sabu.
Yeah. So, he's eliminated by RVD. He's first to go off the 5-star frog splash, and I think that's the point the crowd turned.
Yeah. I think the whole point of RVD doing it was to for the crowd not to turn.
And then 10 seconds later, Test pins Hardcore Holly, but the ref stops counting after 2, and then tells Holly, "Sorry, pal, you're eliminated anyhow."
Good old Hardcore Holly.
Rubbish. Hardcore Holly's got previous on doing this, so I reckon it's Hardcore Holly's fault.
But the ref stops counting.
Yeah, because I reckon Hardcore Holly's told him to.
But why did the ref didn't send him out? Why not just put him back in for a big boot or something? Yeah, it could have been another pin. Could have something else could have happened. They
didn't have to rush it so they were done before the door opened.
Yeah, but they were still done like a minute before, weren't they?
I can't remember.
Also, while we're on that,
how
crap was the camera that was showing the lights on the top?
Yeah, and the music was terrible. It was like the Jaws.
And why did they do it when we can't see who's in what corner?
Yeah, they need the graphic on, don't they?
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was a new thing. I always thought that was there, the graphic. But yeah, apparently, so Test was the first person at this point who ever had to wait for a pod to open in an elimination chamber.
I mean, really, why? Just why?
And then Lashley became the second, like 5 minutes later. But yeah, he was the first person to ever have to wait for a pod to open.
What happened in the first elimination chamber then?
People were just wrestling, and other people came in, but it never ended up by one person active and people still in the pods. But he was the first person out to, like, everyone was out, so he had to wait for his opponent.
So yeah, he's pinned Holly. RVD then climbs on top of Big Show's pod, which is stupid. Big Show grabs his legs.
What's that? What's he doing?
Basically, RVD then, I think he's thrown off. Test hits an elbow drop from the top, pins RVD, and then, like we say, he's waiting.
Why would you climb on top of Big Show's pod? Why not climb on top of
especially if you just wound him up.
Yeah.
As well.
Stupid.
Yeah, you couldn't. In the new chamber, it's got a platform there on it.
Yeah, you can climb
get away with it, won't you? But this time, it's weird.
So Test on his own, RVD's out, CM Punk's out, Hardcore Holly just got asked to leave because he's rubbish.
It's like, the referee just like, I love you, mate. I don't think you should be in this match.
You're out your depth for your pal. Get on your way.
For your main event, you fucking Hardcore Holly, get out. Because I always thought this had a lack of star power, but then I thought you've got 3 Hall of Fame worthy careers in there, haven't you? Really, I reckon.
Big Show, RVD, and CM Punk.
Yeah, and possibly Lashley.
I think Lashley'll get in it.
You got a bit of star power, considering how rubbish it is. It's just
Test. I don't think we'll go in it.
Rest in peace. And
Peace Test, yeah, but
Hardcore Holly, piece of shit. The most interesting thing Hardcore Holly ever did was when he refused to get up for Brock Lesnar's powerbomb, so Brock Lesnar just did it anyway and broke his neck.
Surely the message random is, don't fuck with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, basically. I think he was like, new guy, I'm just going to mess with him, make him look like an idiot. So Lesnar was like, just going to powerbomb you anyway, mate. And just, broke his neck.
I love Lesnar. He's an absolute freak, isn't he? He's an absolute freak.
He'd only been like 25, I think, and he thought, I'm not having this. I just did him. Like, yeah.
Okay. It's big. I'm in the middle of a match out of it.
Yeah, I got that deal. Give me the title.
Yeah.
So Lashley is going to come out next. Well, he's supposed to come out next, but him and security team beat the ref up. Lou's already mentioned it, but who is him and security team?
London and Kendrick. I couldn't believe that either.
Is that who it is?
It was only when the guy did the 450 slash.
It is not London and Kendrick.
But think of like mid 2000s tag teams.
Do you know who it is?
No idea. It's the Basham brothers?
The Basham brothers.
Bloody Bashams.
Right, I've got an issue.
Go on.
We know.
When the chains... Okay. You know when the chains that they stick the nightstick to stop the thing from opening? But just... A nightstick would not stop a door like that opening when there's already a chain locked around it.
I don't know, because Shillelagh can do it.
Yeah, but the chain's locked.
But also, you've got to pin him to win the match anyway. So what are you achieving by keeping him in there? That's my issue.
Unless they was waiting for Big Show to come out.
Yeah.
What, to beat him up? Yeah, maybe.
But Lashley says, fuck this, mate, I got to stay in here. So he gets the table.
There is actual words.
What a waste of a table that was.
Have you seen that, though? Shouldn't Big Show then try to break out a pod?
Because he doesn't care. He reckons he can beat him anyway, I reckon, doesn't he? But didn't Mark Henry do that once? He just walked out his pod early.
Yeah, but that's because his pod gets broken, and he stands in there for like 30 seconds, like, what do I do here? And he just thinks, fuck it, I'll get it out.
Yeah.
No, but why, if you're able to break a chain with a table, why would you not break the glass?
Because the glass is bulletproof.
Surely a chain's more solid than a fucking
not bulletproof glass, no chance. Chain, you can find weak point. There's always a weak link in the chain. But you can't.
What a waste of the table, though.
Yeah,
It'd be much better if he just rips the chain down with his bare hands, I reckon.
Mm-hmm. Or just let him out.
Or just nutted it with his head.
Nice. So Lashley come through. They didn't fight for a bit.
He just climbs through and he's covered in chains because he just busts through.
Yeah.
And he attacks him looking like Scott Steiner. It'd be great.
Oh, was that other guy who looks like Scott Steiner, but isn't Scott Steiner?
What was it called?
Tasio, wasn't it? El Fantasio.
No, El Fantasma is the guy from
Fantasma. It's the same guy. It's the same guy.
No, he's the guy from NXT. He's the Cruiserweight champ, isn't he?
Oh, that's King Cuerno, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking of was it Fantasia? Fantasia, wasn't it?
Fantasia.
Yeah. Alpha Naga, right? Is that El Fantasma? Is that the guy from?
No, it's called.
Who's the guy in New Japan? There's an El Fantasma in there as well, isn't he?
Yeah. He's the English guy, isn't he?
Is he English? I thought he was New Zealander.
Was he English? I don't know. El Fantasma.
El Hijo del Fantasma, that's the guy from NXT.
El Hijo. Aaron Aguila. He is from California.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the guy. I don't think this is the guy.
Yeah, but he's not El Fantasma from NXT. From New Japan.
This guy isn't even El Fantasma.
Is he?
He's a guy who's best known as Jesus and Uno.
Brilliant.
It's Jesus. It's Jesus from WWE.
I thought Aaron Aguilera rang a bell.
Oh god, that was not the right guy.
El Fantasma is Canadian. But he calls it the LP. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? Who's the other Fantasma?
There is a guy in New Japan. We've seen him live.
Yeah, that's the guy from Harry Del Rios.
Right.
Is that his son?
He was called Spellbinder and Fantasia in WWE.
Right, that's the guy.
He was just called Del Rios when he lost Scott Steiner.
Lastly, then eliminates Test via spear, and he's got a minute for Big Show to come out.
But I just think it's just. I'm so annoyed at it all.
The only thing I enjoyed about this was Lashley then throwing all the weapons at the cage.
What annoys me is why eliminate everyone to just have two people standing around.
I guess you can show Lashley.
I get Lashley, but Test. Why Test?
Maybe Bob Holly wasn't supposed to go out.
Well, would have been better if Lashley ran through them both, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But then if both of them weren't meant to go out, what a stupid spot to do.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous.
I'm still not at the table. Where was the fire? The table should have been on fire in the middle of the ring.
Where was the anything?
Yeah, that's a good point. There was no anything. That's where was the anything. Get on to the anything.
Well, Big Show then comes out, and Big Show does get thrown through one of the pods, and then smashes his way out the pod, proving that if Big Show wanted to, he could have come in at any time.
Yeah.
But we've seen people being smashed through the pod before. Goldberg did it in the first one. He jackhammered someone through one, which was pretty damn impressive, I will say. But nothing was invented in this match. This took the Elimination Chamber match back.
Possibly, I think it's the worst one at this point, wasn't it? The worst Elimination Chamber
at this point. Was that bad.
There's been worse ones since. But it was okay. It wasn't booked for the crowd it was there for at all.
No. I think when I say it took it backwards, it promised so much and delivered so little.
Yeah, if people were gagging for Lashley to win, it would have been good. But no one wanted Lashley to win.
Everyone wanted CM Punk to win.
We all wanted Bob Sapp. We thought we were getting Bob Sapp until like 2 weeks before.
If CM Punk had won,
we ended up with Lashley.
Or Bob Holly instead.
Yeah, Bob Holly instead of Bob Sapp.
If Punk had won, it'd have been a total different thing. But the crowd just shit all over it. And fair play.
Lashley hits the spear onto Big Show to win via pinfall. Lashley's a new ECW champion. He celebrates on the lamp with Mad Pyro. Pyro. You can't even hear Joey Styles on the top of it.
Could have gone for a bit longer, couldn't it?
What do we think Davey Meltzer gave this?
Half an hour of Pyro. 3.5.
2 stars?
2.5.
2.5.
I just realized I forgot the tag match that we did previously was that bad as well that I forgot to do it. Minus a half. Minus a star.
Bloody hell.
Minus a star.
A dud 0 we established right in there.
I think
we think so. We think so.
So
just on those good old star ratings that we all know and love, we've started with a 3.25. We've gone down to half. Gone up to 1.25. We've gone down to dud. We go down to -1, and we finish on a 2.5. It's just the drizzling shits, isn't it?
I didn't think this match was that bad.
No, I don't mean this match. I just mean overall. When you look at that on paper, you think, oh my God, how can they get something so wrong of what could have been really, potentially, something really good if it had been the proper ECW thing. They were so wide of the mark. It was like Emil Heskey aiming for the goal.
Top striker. Top's an absolute legend of the game, Emil Heskey.
Just not having it, Ross. Loves him. Yeah, I think it was a good match in isolation, Ross, but I think it was never going to get a desired crowd reaction.
But it needed to be the best match of all time to make up for the rest.
We all wanted Bob Sapp to this point. We're all excited about it.
We're all
on WrestleZone.com being like, yeah, Bob Sapp's coming in. I didn't even know who Bob Sapp was, but he was big in Japan.
It's an MMA fighter, wasn't it, Bob Sapp?
Yeah, but he's big in Japan. He was huge in Japan. Got a 7-star match and so good. I don't know.
The thing is, they brought these weapons in, didn't they?
Didn't use them.
But they didn't use them. They only used the steel chair, crowbar, and the baseball bat. They never used the table and whatever the hell the other thing was.
The crowbar is rubbish because you can't do anything with the crowbar.
What can you do with it? The only thing you can do with the crowbar is shove it in between the crotch of someone when you're doing a suplex. Yeah. A slam, sorry.
The chair is good because the chair makes a really good impact when you use it.
Yeah,
they should have used something like a bloody kendo stick instead of the crowbar.
Imagine if they'd had them all around the ring.
Yeah, kendo stick, trash can.
Kind of like Jericho and
random road signs that they're under the ring for some reason. Big stop sign.
Cookie sheets and stuff like that.
Just anything, literally. Like you could have made this match so good, and it was so poor.
I'm waiting for someone. Just on Elimination Chambers. But people broke out the Hell in a Cell. Why has nobody ever broke out the Elimination Chamber?
Did?
No.
It's fine. Flew right through it.
Yeah, but did they fight on top?
Oh no, they didn't fight on top because it's chain. You can't fight on top, can you?
Yeah, well, they should.
As well, when you look at the elimination times, Hardcore Holly lasted 10 seconds longer than CM Punk.
Yeah. Well,
what? Just why?
CM Punk had a bad show. Just get rid of him on it. Get him out.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, but don't put him in there if that's you. Take him out instead of Hardcore Holly. You know what I mean? Like if you do, I don't know, but yeah.
Honestly, if Sabu would have been in this, I think it'd have been a lot better.
Because CM Punk was having a feud with Mike Knox at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah, because it was over that Kelly thing.
Yeah, so put that on your pay-per-view.
What? You don't Mike Knox versus CM Punk.
Yeah, you don't have CM Punk in the championship match, so no one wants him to win.
Shove Kelly in the elimination chamber, so she.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But they could have replaced him with
Sandman. Put Sabu or Sandman instead, couldn't you?
Even Kevin Thorne.
No.
But no, I think you get more ECW guys in.
You've gone far too far there.
Yeah, get more ECW guys in. But if you've got a storyline, don't use it. You've wasted CM Punk in that match.
Yeah.
I know. Now we're complaining about CM Punk being wasted and we've become every wrestling podcast ever.
To be fair, though.
Everyone mark your calendars. This was the day. We'll want the rest.
They wasted
episode 38 we had.
They wasted more than CM Punk in this match. They wasted everyone's goddamn time. I've had to watch this pay-per-view twice in my life, and that's twice too many.
Imagine how I was feeling, though. I was an absolute ridiculous ECW fan. Absolutely buzzing for a pay-per-view, and this is what you get greeted with.
I agree. Totally agree.
I was 12 at the time this came out, and even I knew then it was shit.
What would I have been, 14?
You would have been 58, wouldn't you, Peters?
Yeah. The only thing I didn't remember is, and I was told, was the Hardcore Holly thing that him going out on a 2 count. And I don't remember him going out on a 2 count.
Well, I thought this was the match where he had the cut, and I was waiting on, and I even rewound it. Have I missed his back? Or what?
No.
So now it happened. There's about fucking 3 weapon shots and a full ECW pay-per-view. We don't even get the first one until an hour and a half all the way.
And we only get a bit of blood from RVD.
Well, no, Sandman busts himself open.
Well, I'm not counting that.
Is Big Show not bleeding? Big Show.
Maybe a little bit, but RVD.
RVD's, I don't think it was intentional, was it?
No.
No. Yeah, not a good pay-per-view. Yes.
Is it the worst one we've ever seen?
Yeah. I mean, like, it was the only, because I got bored, which is the worst thing. The only other one that was like this for me was that one, that early 90s WCW one we did, like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Because I just got bored.
Yeah, but
this was worse because at least that was good at the time.
This is just unanimously panned, isn't it?
But it wasn't even like say like 95 WCW is bad, but it's good because it's comically bad.
I would rather watch 95 WCW than this.
Yes, Hogan is like ridiculous, right? And I just like loads of ridiculous nonsense going on. You're like, what the hell's this?
What are the rules, brother?
Yeah, this is basically Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah,
with a half decent elimination chamber match at the end.
And an alright tag match at the start.
Yeah, which I agree with what you're saying there. It probably wasn't that good.
Imagine if you charged if you paid like $50 to watch this because there was no network.
You'd be fuming.
You would be, you would be.
Yeah, but yeah,
I'd be emailing WE now for a refund still.
Do it. I see what gets you. Peters then, if you were to get a score out of 10,
minus
6.5.
Minus. What's the lowest minus? I'm sure I've given a minus before.
I don't know if you have. I
think this is the lowest you've given it already.
This is breaking rules. This.
I think it's 6 would be the lowest you've given it.
Everything 6.5.
I'll go with minus 6.5 then. Genuinely, the only saving grace about this is the time, that it's not 3 hours long, that it's just over 2 hours. So for that, it's a minus. It's still a minus.
Yeah, but this show on the network is cut down from the original one. So imagine if you originally did. I think that was a bit longer. It was like 10 minutes longer.
Minus 6.5 then.
This is Blue, what would you give it out of 10?
It's a dud.
It's the worst one.
Yeah, well, it was just. It was bad, but it was also just symptomatic of like ECW being. This is the death knell for ECW, wasn't it? When everyone thought it was going to be. I don't know, but again, without that, we wouldn't go NXT, would we? So in a way, it was good.
Yeah, I'd give it a 1 out of 10 because I liked the hardest match. And I actually thought the Elimination Chamber match wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't a bad match, and it was well wrestled and everything. Apart from Bob Holly, everything happened as it should. It just wasn't the right story for the right show. And we wanted Bob Sapp, didn't we? That's what I heard.
I've just been looking at Bob Sapp. He's
big in Japan.
He wasn't good in kickboxing. He wasn't good at mixed martial arts.
No, but he was a big wrestler. So he was big in Japan.
Yeah, did all right. He was there for a year. No, 3 years.
He's a cultural icon. Like the world's never seen.
Yeah, he was in Wrestle 1, whatever the hell that was. He was also in a thing called Hustle.
Yeah.
Where he attacked Razor Ramon. What the hell's Razor Ramon HG? Masaki Sumitani?
It's the Japanese version of Razor Ramon. Come on.
Yeah, I believe so. Oh my god, you know what HG stands for?
Homegrown.
No. You might have to cut these Peters. Razor Ramon Hard K.
There you go. What was the gimmick?
He's literally a guy in bondage.
There we go.
On that note, where can we find everyone?
Oh my god, there's Razor Ramon RG as well.
What's RG? Raging gay.
Real gay.
Ah.
Never a tag team.
What are they called? The gays?
I don't know. Oh god, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting.
I'm glad I'm not your internet history browser right now.
Oh god, I thought it would be Razor Ramon.
Wow, okay. I presumed it was a Japanese guy dressed as Razor Ramon.
Yeah, so did I. Expensive stuff. Were you in bondage? Oh, Christ. What the hell's going on? Oh, right. Next week, then. We'll get rid of this. I don't know what's just happened. December to Dismember happened. We all wish it didn't. And thankfully, it never happened again.
Woo, woo, woo.
We're going. So, from a 6-man Elimination Chamber, next week we're going to probably one of my favourite matches of all time. The 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell at WWF Armageddon 2000. Are we all excited to see this one?
Yeah, I hope it's as good as I remember.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I've seen it.
I think I've watched the main event several times since, actually. Yeah, but it's some other good stuff on the card, isn't it?
It's a really good match between Kane and Chris Jericho.
I was going to say the only thing I wonder about this is it going to be as good as what I remember? That's the only thing I am worried about.
I've watched it since, and I seem to remember it is.
We'll go with that then.
I've watched it a few times. It's my favourite period of WWE. So, or WWF as it was then. Lou, you probably enjoyed it. But it's interesting because we have watched WCW with Russo at this point, haven't we? So
sure have, yeah. So yeah, I know that
do
obviously
the parallels.
Was better at the time.
So that's next week then. WWF Armageddon 2000. The week after that, it's a Christmas special, guys.
Yes.
Oh ho ho!
The rest of their own Christmas edition. Who would have thought we'd have made it to Christmas? Not us when we was doing this because lockdown started and we had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I mean, do we even know what we're going to be doing at the Christmas special then? Terry's Christmas Carol?
That's it.
Terry's Christmas Carol. That's going to be an hour and a half.
That's 3 hours, right, isn't it?
That's it. Me and Lou do the other ghosts and stuff. So.
Okay,
Practicing your lines, Peters.
Yeah, fine by me.
That's happening.
There you go.
It's wrestling around don't break promises. So it's happening. Terry Peters, where can we find you? And if anybody wanted some other money saving advice,
you can find me at Bell Nation on the YouTube, Bell Nation on the Twitter, brand new Twitch affiliate. Sorry if I was quiet, I was sorting that out. On the old Twitch, twitch.tv/Bell Nation. At TezFishPod, which I can't remember the login details for, so I'll never get tweeted from. And Rest Around on the gram, and RL92 on the gram.
Lou, where can we find you?
At Lou Mac, I'm on the medias, social medias.
Can you remember the passwords to it?
I can.
What about Facebook?
No.
Okay.
No, you can find me on the old Twitter is at DRossM.
Is it because I looked on there the other day and the guy hadn't tweeted for like 6 years? So you sure it's you?
No, I have tweeted.
I think it's some sort of fake imposter. I think we're tending to do.
I tweeted the other day. No.
Rumour has it's Ross Markham HG.
Yeah, I reckon wrestling around fans look at that and be like, what's this?
I did tweet.
You sent it to the wrong account. This has got nothing to do with wrestling or anything.
Tweet. How can you find though? I replied to you and wrestling around superfan, Mr. Spower.
Yeah, like 2003. What's that?
Which was to me the other day, but I imagine it was probably about 6 months ago.
Have a look.
So I have replied. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 17th of September.
So keep up to date with me on there. I just don't understand social media, alright?
Tweet stuff. Just what do you have for your tea? Tweet it.
I had me tea yet.
When you had it, tweet what you had.
No one cares.
No, because then everyone on Wednesday, you're like, what do Ross have for his tea on Sunday? We'll find out.
I don't care what I have for my tea, so why would anybody else?
Yeah, Instagram's better anyway, so we'll see on that soon, won't we?
I can't remember how many likes it was, but I said
I think we'd reach that way.
No, I don't think we have. But you can find us all on Instagram if that's your thing. Rest Around. It's the same on Twitter, WRES Around. We're on Facebook, Wrestling Around Podcast. YouTube, Wrestling Around. Anywhere you can find your podcast, we'll be on there.
Literally anywhere.
Tell a friend. We've took over the world. You tell a friend, listen to Wrestling Around. They might be into English Dorks yakking, which was one of our better reviews.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff.
I haven't got an email address, wrestlingaround@outlook.com. For you, anybody who wants to send seltzer. So if you've got a up and coming seltzer or anything, and we'll try anything.
As long as I can get a sound effect for it, then we'll do it.
Yeah, any type of drink. We've had.
Right out.
We've had, maybe we'll have like a cherry-eared cornet or something.
Yeah. The clarinet was a personal favourite actually, but
clarinet. The clarinet needs something for it. So send us a drink that you think deserves a clarinet.
Do you know what it reminds me of? I've realised it's Curb Enthusiasm when everything goes wrong.
It's like Berners Watch, isn't it? It's like one of the crappy ones you used to watch at school when they wheel TV.
I will not be having you call it Berners Watch crap.
No, not Berners Watch.
No, end the show. We'll talk about this afterwards.
No, but not Berners Watch, as I say. But
I've got a bigger bombshell that I've just realised when we will literally end the show on this bombshell.
Good.
I don't follow wrestling around on Twitter.
Fucking absolute piece of shit. So join me and Lou next week for WWF Armageddon. Thanks for joining me, Lou.
Thank you, Ross. Thanks
you can go fuck yourself. Thank you everybody for listening. And join us next week for WWF Armageddon 2000.